Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. MegaManFan, and I think this one is going to go down as the biggest thing I've ever unboxed. I'm not sure anything else compares. Sonic Mania was big. I think this one is bigger. PlayStation that I unboxed, the PS4, that wasn't as big as this. The vinyl turntable that I unboxed, the digital vinyl to MP3 converter table, that wasn't as big as this. I'm pretty sure Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite Collector's Edition is the biggest one ever. I hope that gives you just a little idea of how colossal this box is. And this ain't the kind of thing I'm going to buy very often, because damn if it don't take up a lot of space, and damn if it don't cost a lot of money. But you know what? I gotta live up to the name Mr. MegaManFan, and this has a Mega Man X that you can't get any other way. If there was some other way to get it, I'm sure I would have, but you know what? I was gonna play the game anyway, so I guess I can put that Gamers Club Unlimited to good use, right? At the very top of the box, in a recessed foam crevice, is Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite for PlayStation 4. So let me just show you where that was before I continue any further. I'll tip this box up and give you a look. See, there's a crevice it was laying in, and I had to pry it out. And there's the styrofoam that I was told would be inside, which contains all the collectibles, including the diorama figures and the Infinity Stones, which have not been getting rave reviews, but that's not why I'm buying this, so I'm not as concerned about the Infinity Stones for the Infinity Gauntlet or whatever else you would use them for. I'm concerned about the Mega Man. That's my bread and butter here. So let's pull up this outer box. Kind of reminds me of unboxing the Mega Man statue that I got a few years ago. Has that feel to the process. So, the packing materials are intended to protect the product. If opened abruptly, damage to the product may result. Please open the packaging materials with care. Wow. That is a very specific set of instructions, but probably not a bad set of instructions for something you would spend this kind of money on. I think that's actually warranted in this case. So now we have this styrofoam shell. I don't know if you can really see it in the light. There's a Marvel vs. Capcom logo. Yeah, maybe that's coming out a little bit. Let me flip it right side up so you can get a better look at it. See, it says Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. It's just kind of etched into the styrofoam there. So not the kind of foam you're going to want to throw away. You'll want to hang on to that. Okay, it does say open carefully, so I have to go about this with some modicum of caution. I can't just rip rod my way through this. I have to very gently split this tape separation point. So let's see how best to upend this gently per the instructions, in case anything falls out of this upper half. Is there still a little bit of tape holding it together on this side? No, I don't think so. Alright, I'll keep going. Come on. Shake it off. Shake it off. The hater's gonna hate, and the player's gonna play. Okay. I feel like that actually came off pretty clean. And you know what? Right there, at the very front, is the thing I was waiting for. There he is, the Mega Man X diorama figure exclusive to this edition. Oh man, that is gorgeous. And it has a really nice weight to the base. This doesn't feel cheap. It might be 100% plastic, but man, that just feels good. It feels good to hold. It looks good. Oh yeah, you can see the Buster shot reflecting in the camera light there. You can see his helmet reflecting in the light there. Oh man. It cost me a pretty penny, but right now, the way I'm feeling just holding this in my hands and looking at it, I'm like, worth it. Totally worth it. But in reality, I actually ended up canceling a bunch of pre-orders just to be able to afford this one particular set. So, not recommended for casuals. You gotta be a hardcore Mega Man fan to be buying this Infinite Collector set. But if you're a hardcore Marvel vs. Capcom fan, maybe you would have anyway. Maybe this would have just been right up your alley. So, speaking of those hardcore collectors out there, I'm not going to be a pain in your side and only open the Mega Man. I'll open everything else. Let me start with Captain Marvel over here. I can already kind of see her through the plastic. And that's a pretty nice looking Captain Marvel figure. In fact, I think that's the first one I've ever had, and if I was going to start somewhere, I'd want to start with this. Again, trying to follow those instructions on the box lid carefully and not take anything out in a hurry and chip or damage or otherwise do anything that would ruin the value of these. That's a beautiful piece too. You know, I didn't even look at the base on the other one. Not making a Rockman and Fort pun when I say base, I mean the physical base. And it does have all kinds of logos on there. A Marvel logo, a Capcom logo, a Triforce logo, and manufactured in China. So I'm just going to assume that's on the Mega Man base as well. God, it sounds funny to say Mega Man base and not be saying Mega Man and base. You guys know what I mean. If you're Mega Man fans anyway, you do. And if you're not, well, you think I'm a crazy person right now. But I think I am a crazy person for buying this, so you're not wrong. Alright, you know what? I can also say this is justified for the Iron Man, because I really do like Iron Man. Yeah, I think my friend David would have really liked this one as well. He was a fan of Tony Stark and the Iron Man movies. So, in a way, I kind of feel like this one is a tribute to him. It looks pretty good. With his power reflecting in the center. That actually reflects more in the camera light than it does in person, but maybe if the lights were dim, it would seem that way as well. I don't know. But the camera is actually making it look even better. And the camera's moving on me a bit. So I need to make sure it's not going to fall down. No, I think the camera is stable where it is for the moment, so we're good. Let me keep going here. Alright. Chun-Li. I actually have a Chun-Li painting in the office upstairs, so this one I also feel is kind of appropriate. She's my favorite character from Street Fighter, so I've got an 8-bit version of her on the wall in my office upstairs. So I had to pick 4 characters that I would want statues of. I think they picked the right 4. Oh yeah, now I'm definitely losing the camera there. I'm gonna have to do it a different way. That will help. Okay. And that is pretty good Chun-Li. So we're getting down to the nitty-gritty here. Got the major parts of this taken out, other than the Infinity Stones. I noticed they put a lot of silicate gel in here, or silica gel. The desiccant is what I'm trying to say. Now, the Infinity Stones require batteries, and they did graciously provide 3 AAA batteries in the package, but I'm not going to install the batteries right now. I'm just going to open the box and show you what everybody's been complaining about. First of all, these can't be removed. They're stuck in here rather permanently. And second of all, they kind of look like Easter eggs. They don't look like gems or stones. They look like plastic eggs you would hide candy and coins in at Easter time. So I get why some people were not overly thrilled with that. They probably wanted something a little bit more spectacular looking. But I'm not going to complain because, again, that wasn't my main reason for buying this set, so not really any skin off my back if the Infinity Stones are not the highlight of the whole collection. So I can live with it, and I'm sure it'll actually look a little better once I put batteries in it. So I'm just gonna set that to the side over here. And then put this box back together. Put this bag for the Infinity in the middle. I'm gonna put this foam back together. Hopefully I can snap it back together here, since it had some places where it had a seam. Yeah, that seems to have come back together correctly. So that's it for the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite unboxing. This is Mr. MegaManFan, and we got a rather beat up package here in the mail, but I'm gonna go ahead and unbox it and we'll find out if the contents survived in transit. It looks like it may have even come open in transit and been resealed, so it's possible that what's in here is crushed to bejesus and back, but there's only one way to know for sure. Okay. Actually, surprisingly, no. It appears the contents did survive in transit, but we'll just pop this box open to make sure. It's a blind box. Inside, we have a blind bag. And inside the blind bag, we have Thor. I am the god of thunder.